There's one thing that this Formula 1 Barcelona test shakedown thing has proven. It's this. My name's CJ, aka John Racing, and welcome back to Motor Yap. And today we're going to be talking all about Barcelona in Formula 1. And I'm probably never allowed in Barcelona ever again for saying it that way. The Formula 1 teams have been hitting the asphalt, getting some data in, and trying to make sure the cars they've spent the past couple years trying to build aren't shit. So for those of you who don't know, the Barcelona... Stop saying it like that. So for those of you who don't know, the Barcelona Shakedown is basically a private test of all the Formula 1 teams coming together and testing out their cars for the brand new 2026 regulations. Which makes sense that they want to get some data before Bahrain testing later on in February, because this is the first time they're ever driving these cars, and they've probably spent the last couple of years preparing for this moment, probably dreading over this moment, some of them. But it looks like we have some winners and some losers. Not that you can really win or lose testing your car, but yeah, there's some winners and losers. I just gotta say, Williams finished off so strong. They finished off so strong in 2025. Get Carlos Sainz getting podiums, smooth operator. Okay, so Williams goes ahead, and they're going, yeah, we're not showing up. We're just not showing up for Barcelona. Yeah, our cars were not ready. Which, I mean, James Vowles, shout out to James Vowles. I think he's done a lot. He's basically turned Williams around. And I still think Williams are going to be a pretty good team going into 2026. But I don't know how you're just unprepared. They planned to bring a car to Barcelona, but they were just unprepared. So that's not a good sign. As someone who loves Williams, I mean, fuck, no, my light. All right, this is my Lego Williams. I'm building Williams in Lego. All right, I love you just can't hate Williams. You just can't hate Williams. Even when they're being stupid and not showing up to Barcelona, you just can't hate. Will Williams get their car ready for Bahrain, or will I finish my Lego Williams car beforehand? Leave your comment down below in the description. Leave your prediction down there. By the way, if you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. The vast majority of yous who watch my videos are not subscribed, and I would very much fucking appreciate it if you subscribed. Aside from Williams, okay, I don't even know how they're even less prepared than Cadillac or Audi, considering these are the new two teams on the grid. I mean, Audi is basically Sauber, but not Sauber, thank God. The Cadillac's brand new. So Cadillac came all prepared, and Cadillac is not going to have a good season. Okay, I take that back. They might have a very good season. They're not going to win anything. I mean, that's for sure. But that's okay. Cadillac is basically in their fucking around and finding out phase. They're going to fuck around on the grid in Formula 1, and they're going to find out. Cadillac is going to be the underdogs this year. They're going to be I think everyone's going to be rooting for Cadillac. Even if you're not rooting for Cadillac, I think just subtly we're going to be rooting for Cadillac. If Cadillac's running in the back of the grid and they end up with a points finish, or they finish really well, I think we can all just stand up and applaud that. Also, Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez, I think that's a fantastic pairing when you're just starting out brand new in F1 for the first time. And the big thing that you don't need wins, you don't need podiums, you don't need points. All you need is data. And your first year in Formula 1, you just gotta be fucking around and finding out. Valtteri Bottas said that Cadillac is basically in a problem-solving phase, and that problem-solving phase is probably gonna lead into 2027. Audi, same thing. Not as much as Cadillac, because they are somewhat, they're new, but they're not new at the same time, because they've basically just taken over Sauber. But I still want to see them do well, and it was really cool seeing Sauber get a podium. Nico Hülkenberg, seeing him get his podium last year was like that warmed my heart. That warmed my cold heart. Seeing him get that podium. So I want to see Sauber do well. I want to see Audi do well this year as well. I kind of want to see every team, have success. I don't watch F1 like any other sport, really, or racing in general. I don't really have teams. I don't really root for anybody. I kind of do root for people, but at the end of the day, if those said people don't win, I'm not super upset. As long as the only things that really piss me off in Formula 1 is if the race was just ass, or if the race was boring, because then I think I just got cheated out of my time. That's really the only thing that kind of pisses me off in Formula 1. It's not like football. It's not like football or soccer, where I support Fulham and the Wolverhampton Wanderers of all fucking teams. I decided to root for them this year. Yeah, let's see how well that's going. Or the Philadelphia Eagles, go Birds. Thank God we fucking got rid of Kevin Patullo. Hated that guy. But it's not like football or soccer where if my team loses, I'm like upset for the rest of the day. Formula One, as long as the race was fun to watch, even if my guy didn't win, there's always some sort of storyline. There's always some sort of like person scoring where they shouldn't have been, but they scored and they did really well, or someone who did poorly. You know, there's always drama happening in Formula One. There's always a driver I can respect in Formula One. So I really don't want to see anybody do bad in Formula One, but there are teams that I'd rather see not do as well as others, I guess you could say. And teams that I just don't think are going to be as good as other teams. And one of those teams is Ferrari. Now, I like when Ferrari wins, don't get me wrong. I think Ferrari just has the best looking cars, you know? And the Ferraris actually were on the top of the leaderboards. They were on top of the scoring sheet. It's not the word. They were on top of the lap records. They had the fastest lap. That's what I'm trying to say. And I can't say it because my brain is broken. Ferrari topped the timesheet. We'll just put it at that. Ferrari was the fastest car at the shakedown, and Lewis Hamilton has said that they feel better in this car than they did last year. And Lewis Hamilton says that this testing, they were doing a lot better than last year. Now, the thing about Ferrari is they're fast. Like, Ferrari is usually pretty quick. Lewis Hamilton, even though last year was not a good season for him, he's still a fucking fantastic F1 driver. He's still the GOAT. Charles Leclerc, also a fucking fantastic driver and someone I would love to see win a championship one day. The problem with Ferrari isn't their cars, or, I mean, sometimes it is their cars, but most of the time it's just their brain-dead strategies. It's like Kevin Patullo's calling their strategies. They'll be super quick the entire race weekend. They'll start 4th or 5th on the grid, and then they may have a chance to win, and then they they put you on slicks and it's still raining outside. Ferrari never gets their strategies right. So I predict that this year is just gonna be another year of pain for Ferrari. Not that I want it to be, because I don't, even though it's fucking hilarious when it happens, but like, I want to see Leclerc and Hamilton be happy. I just don't think it's going to happen this year. Sure, the car looks great, but with Mercedes also probably being the best team out of the bunch coming out of Shakedown, and Mercedes actually having really great strategies most of the time and actually knowing how to run a championship and have a championship drive, it's going to be really hard to beat Mercedes. I just want to say that. I think this season it's going to be very hard to beat Mercedes. You've got George Russell, Mr. Consistency out there. Antonelli's still pretty green, so I think he'll be a good second driver. But I honestly think, again, this is only the first time we've seen these cars testing at Barcelona. We still have Bahrain testing to get to. We still have a whole fucking season left to go. Anything can happen, and that's honestly what I'm super excited about. If there's one thing that this Formula One Barcelona test shakedown thing has proven, it's this. It's that Formula One this season is going to be fucking awesome because it's just wide open. It's just wide open. It's like the NFL season this year. It's just wide open. Anybody can win this. Honestly, I can see, aside from Cadillac and Audi, I can probably see any team going out and actually like scoring a lot and actually leading a championship. Who actually wins this championship? I actually think that this is going to be a very tight contention for championship, because Red Bull still looks pretty good. They have their new power unit, and that can cause a lot of in-house issues, but at the end of the day, Max Verstappen's still a fucking like alien on the roads. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a big fight. And McLaren, still look pretty good. They still look pretty quick. But with 2026, the new regulations kind of opening everything wide open, we could see a championship where McLaren are not really a factor. And even though Lando Norris is World Driver Champion, and you need to be a fucking fantastic driver to be a World Driver Champion, he didn't win the World Driver Championship by a lot. And that's not to like say, oh, he's shit or anything, because he's obviously not. Lando Norris is a fantastic driver. It's just that McLaren also has an insane second driver in Oscar Piastri, and McLaren just kept fumbling when it came to strategy. not as hard as Ferrari. They were still able to win the championship, but God forbid, they almost fumbled it hard. So unless McLaren really come out and are immaculate with their strategy, it's going to be very tough for them to repeat as champions this year with Mercedes, if Mercedes is the top dog again, and if Red Bull is also able to iron out their demons. Because they came back. Once they fired Mr. Horny, they came back. And they almost retook the driver championship. So honestly, I can see this championship going all out. I can see, if there's an F1 season that I would love to see, it's 3 or 4 drivers all battling for the championship. That's what I would love to see. If we get multiple race winners in a season, that'd be awesome. 2024 was like that, where we had Hamilton, Russell, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, just everyone was fucking winning races in 2024. I want to see a season like that again, and I think this is a season we'll get and I'm hopeful we'll be getting this season where everyone's figuring out the new regulations and everybody is figuring out what the fuck they're doing with the car, their strategy and everything. And I'm hoping that for 2026, I want it to be a war of attrition for 2026. I want to see people battling to the fucking finish line every race. I want action. If there's one thing I fucking want in Formula One, Formula One for me too many times is just nothing ever happens simulator, and I want something to fucking happen. I'm getting very passionate right now. I could also be completely wrong. At the end of the day, I'm not a fucking specialist, you know? I'm a guy in his fucking basement in front of a green screen. And at the end of the day, we could just get another season where, just like the Patriots going back to the fucking Super Bowl, we get another Mercedes 1-2 lockout, and it's not even a fucking competition. I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that. But it's unfortunately something that could happen. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't happen. So again, if there's anything that this Barcelona test proved, it's that anything is possible, and it really didn't prove anything, aside from a few things, but mostly nothing. As I'm going through my notes here, yeah, that's basically what I have to say. If you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. I'll be covering the Formula One season as it goes along. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you want to see more. And that's it for me tonight, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a good night, everybody.